until such and such 23. So I don't know, that's what's going on. I
You're
just
in
wanted
the
to-
agreement until 2023?
Yeah, but the mayor says we can break it, so who do you believe? I don't know.
They told us, Oakland County has told us that we can have
They
that
will?
whenever we get ready. But the key point is, you have to put a community development director
That's
back
it.
in that office.
That's right.
And open that
And
office.
how are we accomplishing that? Her plan or at the county?
We can't hire anybody,
That's interesting, I mean, for a city.
That's what's going on right now.
That's a DPW department.
It's
you
been
know.
on
The
our
city
agenda
council
off and on
can't
for
make a
about
resolution to hire
3
anyone,
weeks.
but the mayor could in
Yeah,
collaboration
he could.
with the city council.
Exactly.
Right.
Well,
And
she wants
that's,
her
that's
people-
what needs
she
to
wants-
happen, isn't it?
She wants her
Yes.
people,
Gotcha.
and
And that's why I say if we had more voices that understood the powers of the CDC,
Actually,
then we could
you
force
do.
that.
But there's the
You
power
actually
and the
have-
responsibility.
you actually
have to
have
leave that
the
part
state
out.
statute.
absolutely.
It's not real money that we can all decide to play with.
Oh, that's, I'm not even.
That's from 1945.
Yeah.
You have a state, right,
Right.
It's from 1945?
Right.
Do
It's
what's
still-
necessary.
That's why
to
council
get
members
it
are
back
not part of
to
the
doing what they're
CDC.
supposed to
You
do.
can hire up to 24
And
people
we
in your
have a
district
voice in that.
that's right.
to represent
Because
themselves.
We used to appoint them.
You get to pick your own office.
So can we
You get
get-
the money and buy your own building.
yeah.
You can hire your own
Are you
people.
itching to
You
leave,
know,
Claudia?
but I just
My
want, I
district
wanna
is
just
sick
add
of
this
people
addendum
that-
on, because you're in the planning,
In charge of
and as I was expressing when I came up here, Huntington is in a position to be picked badly over, because there's no more, God is not making any more land.
That's right.
And this is where a lot of people are feasting their eyes upon, okay, to make a quick buck. Now,
Sounds like several have already done it.
trust, but
Yes.
with this document and other documents, when we left office, before something went to the planning, you know, you got to get over the planning, then it can go ahead, it had to, what is the impact on M1 to the district?
They had to go to
people?
CDC
They had to go to
first.
CDC.
Absolutely.
They want to know the ins and outs
That's right.
of what the impact
A
would be.
good presentation covering
Yeah.
everything
Okay,
else.
Yeah.
because and when you had that around the city, when everybody had that around the city, you had the people being a vanguard.
That's right. And
Right.
we also
Well,
had
Well,
Jim
that's-
Milton.
Yeah, you know,
That's the nature that needs to be restored.
Yeah. Being a
Absolutely.
vanguard.
Yeah,
Which is-
People
and they
in
wasn't trying to
Vanguard
stop stuff, they just wanted the answer,
Yeah, they-
because they had the answer to their people,
Absolutely.
and then, you know.
And that did occur with M1. I fought with M1 and Racer Trust. I told Racer Trust they don't have a damn thing to do with us. And, federal, they can go clean up and and march the hell out. Racer Trust came and say M1 because we gave it to General Motors to Plan 3, that the property goes back to the city of Pontiac. My colleagues, before you were there, they all voted that we don't want any real estate.
See what I'm saying?
That's the stupidest thing in the
Yeah,
world.
that's what Rick Garrett did with the land over there, right?
Right.
We have no, but see, here's the caveat that went with that. And this is how they got away with it. That land was contaminated, okay? So therefore, but if you put a cap on it,
Racer Trust was allowed to go through and not dig to China and say you can dig this far, no deeper, because it's called buried treasure below there. You can't go there, which is 18 feet. You can't
Or
go 18
toxic
feet.
waste.
Well, we can't say that.
you know,
But anyway, that's what happened.
yeah, okay.
So therefore, when GM moved out, we gave them the land. They gave the land back to us.
Right.
And the council and the mayor agreed to sell it and give it away.
So will the council see the
We're-
CDCs as a valid, viable?
I'm just going by what state law says.
Oh,
and this is
yeah,
what the
well, I haven't
people,
heard anybody
this is
say
how the
that.
people
It's-
organize.
Okay.
Well,
Not
what
To get federal
happened-
money, it should be made.
Well,
Well, you have to-
but
The council.
But
and the
how
mayor
did the
stopped sharing
CDCs get
information
away
with the district.
from being
But
represented?
Most of the district,
Oakland County,
CDC.
through taking over the
Right.
assessment,
Right.
and Oakland County, because if the city of County did not want to go after, had to disbarred for property tax. Michigan made a law that says that the city can give their debt collection to the county.
Okay.
He has
Now, the county will make
you
you whole.
Right. But what I'm saying is, how do we reverse that?
And he puts stuff on there
How do
too.
we-
Well,
Now, the rest of them?
see, that's another thing, and what you
Because the
right now.
city council has the power to make that resolution, And if you had a new mayor, the mayor may choose to,
What we need is a city manager. We, don't need a mayor. We need a city manager.
Well,
One
it's
that
down
can't be-
the road.
Neither city manager or mayor, the point is that the people part, what he's
right,
asking
exactly.
is that
exactly.
it didn't destroy the structure of both from HUD, which mandates a citizen district council,
Absolutely.
citizen council, and then from state law, which
Okay.
so I would just say is the lack of will of the people.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
You have standards.
That's why I can operate with no problem.
but could we
But I
depend
still
on the city council
have to have
to
information.
facilitate that standard?
I can bring
Well, I think like
information back to my.
Well,
with anything,
I would go to HUD
I-
and make them require it.
I would,
Before we give you any more money, you've got to have the thing in
Well,
place.
I tell you what,
That's a good
the
point. That's a great
the
point.
place,
Would they-
Robert, that I would
Yeah,
start,
that's a great point.
I would
Absolutely.
start with the assessment of the property in Pontiac.
Good idea.
And the reason I would do that because those 13 schools got sold, nobody filed a
Property
property
transfer.
transfer affidavit,
Affidavit.
which must occur within 45 days that you are the owner.
Uh-huh.
And if you don't, you
Oh.
lose the property because it goes back to the county.
It's
So the
not-
schools never did it, so they sitting there because Pontiac nor Oakland County has a land bank. So you got the county treasurer and his employees acting as cherry pickers,
That's right, amen.
taking property in Pontiac and making it not available to the public during the sheriff's sale.
And giving it to people.
They take things off the record. So you need to start with assessment, you need to know all the property in Pontiac, who's not paying taxes on that property.
He's right.
Well, you shared that with me,
This is where some
but like I said, the
trouble is.
reason I
That's right.
called this body together is so that y'all can say what I've been saying all the time. I've got the voice, and I've used my voice for over 40 years. That's why I can go to council people and ask for information and get it. I don't just rely on my own. I go to all the council people, especially when they have a particular thing that I can use. I go to all of them. I have that relationship. But the people do not understand the power
Right.
of a CDC
Right.
and how wide ranging
No, I
it
keep
is,
trying to
other than
explain.
just the block grant funds.
Some of my
We
residents
have
have been
the
around that long,
ability
you just don't
to
know.
change the mindset of not only council, but the mayor. If we got more than one or two voices speaking toward that end.
Exactly.
Because we get to control our own destiny, and they don't control our destiny. They're there for us. They're our lawyers. These are our attorneys.
Right.
I have to just
Yeah.
interrupt you for 1 second. My district now has something called a D2 community group.
Yeah.
And all they do is talk about artwork in every town, and the mayor comes in and gives their agenda. They spend very little time talking about the problems that people have at Stonegate, because it's a homeowners association, they have a different set of problems. We don't need to hear you here, they've been told. They don't wanna talk about the crime, or, just the infrastructure, anything that concerns the neighborhood. They weren't really talking about it very much. And so when I try and tell the people who may have only lived here 10 years or 15 years, I said, there was this thing called the Citizens District Council, and this is what we did. And then I explained, and I sat on that. Then I told them she's been a chair, and then Mona Hoffmeister sat on it, and this is what we did. And they just look at me blankly.
But then I think, then here's what needs to be done, we need this, let's keep this in mind. We need to reestablish the standing of the citizen.
Yes.
Agreed. Agreed.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then get the annual, what was the last annual report, which they never published or even. put in-
Which report?
Yeah.
Are you talking about the comprehensive annual financial report?
No, from Black Grant.
From
Oh, Black
Okay.
Grant, yes, they published it. I think it came in the mail, fall or winter, it's not too long ago. Because
Was
I
that
was wondering if I was
Slaughter?
still on that
No,
board.
it's another one that, it's like the one that HUD, the administrative body.
Oh,
To say how you met your goals, where you, okay?
All right,
Did
well,
you-
the county should have that, shouldn't they?
Yes, they should,
Okay.
they should, okay?
That's what I go through to find out that the housing commission
yeah, 2017,
failed
2016.
all their housing inspectors.
Yeah.
And they weren't entitled to any money, but they came to us for Cary Circle to sell it to them for $1 after they owed us $43 million.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's something that's very fishy about the housing commission anyway,
New Jack City?
because of the fact
Oh, yeah.
of the property around the lake, Lakeside.
We got another one.
You know, that all of a sudden, I mean, it's too much to reach. But I'm saying, let's
It
just
really
find out
is.
where we at.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
because if it takes the council, Randy, to reaffirm the 2021 for 2 year, whatever year term that is on there, then we should proceed that way,
Right.
okay?
Agreed. Yeah.
And then you're standing by. And other than that, then that's when we protest,
Mhm.
okay?
Mhm.
That you can't shut out the people because this
Yeah, that's what
this
we're trying to do.
this where we go pick
Yeah.
our favorite
Oh,
people.
there's
who
Lakeside.